What's the first thought that you have when you look at this apple? Some people might think, gross. Some may think delicious. That thought that you just had now influences your emotion. So if it was a positive thought about the apple, you might start to feel a warming sensation or happy or where can I get one of those? So as we can see, our thoughts are closely tied with our emotions. And what follows that is the body reaction. So I either don't want this apple at all or I'm gonna take a bite. That initial thought that you had about the apple, whether it be positive, negative, or neutral, is an example of mental filtering. And we do this in a lot of different ways in life. Our brain naturally filters things based on the experience that we have, and it filters absolutely everything. And this can really affect your life in a lot of different ways. So if we're thinking about how to control our emotions, and we know that a lot of times it starts with a thought, then that's where we're gonna go today. Hit subscribe while you're here. Let's say you go to the mall and there's a really long line. One person might look at that line and say, oh great, an opportunity to talk to people. I don't have anywhere to be anyway. This is a good adventure. Another person may look at that line and say, oh, I have somewhere to be, or I really don't like lines, or I'm claustrophobic, and have a completely negative outlook on that experience. Both ends of the spectrum in extreme is called positive or negative filtering. The brain takes a lot of energy to work, so it's always looking for the quickest and the fastest route. That's why it just wants to make a decision really quick. That quick knee-jerk reaction can actually prevent us from seeing the bigger picture, and it can prevent us from living in the moment and experiencing this opportunity or event as something new. Now that you know what it is, you can start to recognize when you may be doing it in your life. And I'm going to give you an activity that can help you break it down and think about things a bit more logically and avoid that knee-jerk reaction of this is either good or bad, because that's when we miss out on potential opportunities and ways to grow. Think of something that has been on your mind, nagging you lately, where your thoughts have tended to go more to the negative. Now I want you to make a list. You're going to have 3 columns. You're going to put negative in one side, you're going to put neutral in the middle, and you're going to put positive. Think of this as a pros and cons list. So I want you to think about all of those negative thoughts that you've been having and just jot them down on the negative side. Now I want you to think about the potential opportunities or things that could be good for you if you experience this or if you looked into it a little bit deeper, and put those on the potential positive sides. And then I want you to think about things that are neutral, like you don't really have an opinion either way, and put those in the middle. What the neutral column is going to do is it's going to allow you to see that there's a middle ground. It's not all positive and negative. The second part of this activity is to go through all of those listed on your negatives, and you're going to ask yourself, is this a fact, or is this an opinion or an assumption? Now when you take a look at your list, you may realize that some of that filtering has to do with our personal experiences. Let's say someone had a bad experience swimming when they were a kid. They may decide to never swim again. Anytime they see that, they immediately have a negative thought, which impacts an emotion like anxiety or fear, which then sends a signal out into the body like sweating, having the shakes. So if we can work backwards and get to the root of the problem, which is up here with the mental filtering, we may be able to stop it before it even gets over here into your emotions and the next step into the body reactions, which is what causes us to make a split decision. Thank you for watching Stop, Look, and Listen with Samantha. I believe in you.